How much street food can we eat for $100 in New York City? Today we'll be feasting our way through the world's most diverse neighborhoods, sampling food trucks from around the world, and the results may just surprise you. Will we uncover culinary gold and find the best street food in the city? Let's find out. I've got Greg, native New Yorker, local food guide, and the first truck we are going to, maybe the most unique in all New York City.
Yeah, so it's actually a Paraguayan Venezuelan truck. Paraguayan food is already very hard to find in New York, so I'm very excited to check this out and try it out.
This is fusion Paraguayan Venezuela street food because my wife is from Venezuela, so we're making a fusion for both countries.
Gracias. All right, man. That burger looks cooked perfectly. It's like perfectly like medium rare, just how I like it. Look at all the layers.
Well, that's why they call it La Mostra. This is a show. This Mostra sandwich is a microcosm for my life, just a complete mess. But
double burger here. We have cheese, we have egg, we have chorizo, there's chicken, I believe, in here. 4 different sauces, lettuce, tomato. This is a nice looking bun here.
If you can keep this all together like Greg's doing, I'll be impressed.
Let's do it.
I got a big part of the burger there. I would have just enjoyed the burger by itself. It's that good. Cooked about medium rare, medium, like, oh, I've tried a couple of the meats right now. I think each of them could hold their own.
Chorizo's very nice in here. I think that's the one thing that's missing is just about 5, 6, 7 plus beers in, and having this after would be perfect. This is the ultimate, I think, after drinking food. I just got a nice bite of garlicky flavor in that chorizo. It's very nice.
Also, I have to say, how obnoxious of us is it to be eating this in front of a Planet Fitness?
If you're a bodybuilder, so if you want to bulk up, there's a lot of protein in here.
With all the food involved today, I really thought, I'll take a few bites of this, I'll save it for later, I'll bring it home, but here we are scarfing it down. It's like we can't stop. This is an addicting sandwich.
Yeah, it really is.
The bread, fantastic. All those juices, the runny egg, it's all soaked in.
I love the way it was cooked perfectly too, like really adds to it.
I'll say I didn't have Venezuela and Paraguay on my dance card for a combination food truck, and we are eating the Venezuelan part of the truck right now with La Mostra. And that's really popping up a lot in Jackson Heights. A, Venezuelan food, B, humongous sandwiches, right?
So I'll say like another big trend around here in Jackson Heights especially are extravagant burgers with multiple meats on it like this one. So you see a lot of like Colombian burger trucks, Venezuelan burger now you have here. But they set up outside a lot of bars and clubs on Northern Boulevard at night until 5 a.m. some nights.
So this is the location on Roosevelt Ave till 6 p.m. You want to go late night till 5 a.m. as Greg said, Northern Boulevard.
You whacked this already? I thought I ate fast, wow.
All right, sandwich de Lomito, the steak sandwich, and this is the Paraguayan classic.
Yeah, from Paraguay. So I was watching an episode of Anthony Bourdain. He ate this very late night after drinking. Very thinly sliced steak with egg, ham, cheese, and bun is pressed on the bottom.
The runny egg on top as well, which I think is the missing link on any good sandwich. All right, let's rock, let's try it. I mean, just like La Mostra, there is a lot going on in here, but I don't know. I think growing up in the US, you eat a steak sandwich, you eat a burger, you're not adding ham, you're not adding an egg, and it really does make a difference.
It does. And I do like the sauce here, it's very garlicky. And the steak is more, it's a little bit of chew to it, but it's meant to be that way because it's thin slice. It actually feels a lot lighter than what we just ate. That's what's crazy comparatively.
This is the ultimate drinking food, I'm telling you, man. Next time, we're gonna go like at 3 or 4 in the morning, late night street food in Queens. 41 bucks here, and this is like enough food to last for 2 meals, I would say.
Oh, easily.
I mean, the owner was telling us, but this is one of the coolest looking trucks. Like, people are just walking by, snapping photos of this.
Elements of Paraguay and Venezuela are incorporated into the artwork.
For anyone who didn't know, Jackson Heights is the most diverse neighborhood, I'll say, on planet Earth. We've got 200 different languages spoken today in Queens, and Fuska House, I think, is a perfect stop.
It is. It's a really popular cart. They actually have 2 locations on this block, and this block has 5 different carts selling similar dishes from Bangladesh.
Fuska Alley here, and rename the street.
Have to rename the street, yeah.
I ended up way over at Brendan and Cars.
Yeah? You didn't like it?
Nah, the whole roast beef excursion took me a day to stick to Jackson Heights.
Take Jackson Heights?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, that's where we are.
What's up?
He knows.
What's up? All right, guys.
Take care. Everyone's a critic, huh? Enjoy. Thank you. All right, let's go eat it. Let's go eat. Now, I've done the Fuska thing so many times with you and others, but this is my first time eating bell puri. We got 2 things I've never tried before. Let's go through them.
Yeah, bell puri is very interesting. It's very thin, fried on the bottom. There's chickpea spread on top. There's tamarind sauce. There's cucumber, a little bit of cilantro, chopped red onion. Now, not every cart here sells this either.
I'm only saying this because my wife is from Mexico, but it looks a little bit like a tostada, like a Bengali tostada.
Yeah.
So let's do this. A lot of the seasonings and flavors that I'm used to from the Fuska, but a completely different surface. Just that crunchy surface of this, of the bell puri, this is phenomenal.
It reminds me a lot, flavor-wise, of doubles, except it's not in a sandwich form, and that it's more like open-faced and crispy, because you do have the chickpeas, the tamarind, and the cucumber in there. Very similar taste.
I'm telling you, the Bengalis know how to do flavor. Like, it's just right. There's so much of it, it all works very well together.
Just a textural masterpiece, too. You have sweet, sour, spicy. You have crunch from multiple things, not just the shell, but also the cucumber.
And you finish that in like 20 seconds.
I could have finished it even faster than that.
I don't know if I can think of much better value for 13 bucks in New York than two foods we got right here on the street. Vegetarian as well.
Everything they serve here is vegetarian.
Well, we kind of alluded to it before, but Bangladesh Street, did they add that recently?
Yeah, that's pretty recent. This block has so many Bangladeshi businesses, like culminating on this block with all of these Bangladeshi street food carts.
Lately on weekends, you're starting to see people who aren't necessarily locals at Jackson Heights coming and doing these little informal food tours, right?
Yeah, I've been seeing more people slowly. I mean, this is not really a heavily touristed area, but people are slowly starting to realize all the great food we have here in Queens, especially Jackson Heights.
I don't know what's taking them so long, but yeah. All right, so this is more of a dessert, right?
It's like sweet and savory.
Definitely not your typical dessert, I have to say, but that's really, really good.
It's got a bit of mustard oil in there, a little bit of masala spice, and the mango itself is actually more ripe, so it's a little sweeter. Some of the other mango chaat you get around here is more of the crunchy green mango. I actually like the sweet one with this pairing, so you get sweet, savory, a little spicy.
Look at the speed of this guy eating. You've clearly been here a few times.
Does it remind you all like Mexican, like you have like mango with like tahini, chamoy kind of?
Yeah, I actually could see that for sure. It's amazing when you eat so many different foods from different countries, you start to see little similarities.
I like the sweet and savory mango combination in several countries. It always works out well.
So the owner brought out some chais for us just on the house, something that you can also order here. A palate cleanser, right?
Just the right amount of sweetness, creamy. A little bit of that underlying spice too, a little bit of that clove, cardamom, ginger.
I don't think there's anything we had here that didn't have a lot of spice in it. Greg, they say that New York has cuisine from every country in the world, and I think this food truck is a perfect example of that.
For sure. This is the first Bhutanese food truck in New York City, maybe even the world. I mean, Bhutan is a very small country, Himalayas, very interesting food. Excited to show you the spot.
Tibetan people and Buddhist people use this kind of thing on the bowl, you know. I believe so it can bring a good luck, you know. From Bhutan, but I was born in India.
What does Emma Dahtsi mean?
Aimey is chili, Dahtsi is the cheese.
Is there a big Bhutanese population here?
Not more than Bhutan.
Is there any part of the U.S. that has a lot of Bhutanese, like more Bhutanese people?
New York City is more.
New York City's the most?
I'm thinking we gotta go with the Emma Dahtsi. It is the national dish, yeah. And spicy is good.
The spice is
Spicy, yeah.
I mean, well, am I gonna handle it? I mean, medium. You know, I can honestly say I have never eaten Bhutanese food in my life. I'm guessing most of my viewers probably haven't either. That's Greg's patented move if you haven't learned yet. Not going on here. We heard the national dish of Bhutan. Why do you like this so much?
I think it's just something very unique. It has cheese, butter. This one actually has the green chilies, but you can get it with different meats. There's a lot of options here.
Fun fact, Bhutan is one of the only countries in the entire world that uses chili as a vegetable, not as a spice. All my vegetarians watching, this is for you.
You have this really nice red rice here, which has like a nice earthier flavor. And on the side here, you have, it's called ize. This is like a green chili with, supposed to be like a special Bhutanese cheese, but don't have it here, so they actually swap in feta cheese.
We've been instructed to mix every single thing together. Oh, it's not too spicy for me.
This chili is not spicy.
For the Bhutanese, okay.
Yeah, organic red chili.
That's spicier.
Definitely feeling the heat. A lot of flavor though, and really different than I was expecting.
What I really get right away is the crunch of the peppers. I love the texture of it. And there's actually the two types of cheese, the feta from the ize and then the other cheese from the Emma Dahtsi itself. It's not as heavy as you'd think, considering there's cheese and butter in here.
When was the first time you tried this food?
I tried this like a while back. There was a Bhutanese restaurant not far from here in Woodside, but I actually like it even more at the truck.
I think this is an excellent value too for 10 bucks. All this food. trying something different. It's interesting because I see momos, which are very Tibetan. I see a dosa hybrid of food here.
But the nice thing is there's a lot of strictly Bhutanese dishes here. So you have a lot of the variations of Dahtsi. You can get it with beef or pork, potato, mushroom, or the green chilies. So it's something for everybody. If you're vegetarian or if you like meat, you have both options.
If you like the street food you saw in this video and you want to come explore Jackson Heights in person, check out Greg's food tours, link down below in the description. I have had so many of you go on them and tell me it was the highlight of your trip. Give it a look.
Yeah, please come join us. Love to have you on a tour.
There's a reason they call Jackson Heights Himalaya Heights amongst its many nicknames, and truck like this, I think, shows that.
Definitely. So this is a Tibetan Momo truck, so there's a big Tibetan, Nepali, and smaller Bhutanese community here, all in the Himalayas.
They're really known for their momos, which if you've never had one before, could possibly change your life.
You can't really have momos like the Tibetan style in there, the taste and everything wise. A lot of momos here, if you like open it, you see a lot of onions, other ingredients here. But for us, we don't have that. We don't put onions. We're actually nomad before. So it's like meat eater, right?
Yeah.
But the way people judge momo is like the skin. The thinner the skin is the better momo it is. The skin is not we buy from the supermarket. We actually everything from scratch.
Amazing. Get one fried beef momo.
This is how like normal people eat, right? So you go like, look.
The normal people do hot sauce.
Yeah. You see?
Thank you. I gotta do it. I gotta tell you that one of the unintended consequences of all these food videos with you is that my spice and heat tolerance is going up.
Sure, it's like working out. You gotta strengthen the spice tolerance muscle.
Yeah, it's a muscle. I guess we can call it that. And speaking of spice tolerance, pan-fried beef momos.
Yeah, they're beef, and the outside there's hot sauce and there's a white sauce. So it's like a yogurt sauce, kind of cool it down with the spice. And these are pan-fried to order, which is amazing. Rare to find that.
I was taking the motorcycle to the subway.
So it's very rare to find pan-fried momos in a truck made to order like this. Usually you just get them steamed.
Looks like a bite. That beef, perfectly moist, juicy, complement of the white sauce with the hot sauce, perfect.
I really like this hot sauce that has a bit of that Sichuan peppercorn. It has that little bit of a numbing, like mala element to it. Then you mix it with that yogurt sauce, kind of cool it off a little bit. Then the juicy beef, the skin's not too thick, and pan-fried to order, you get that little crisp on the bottom. Really well-rounded, delicious momo.
Momos are to Jackson Heights what a dumpling is to Chinatown. There are so many momo spots. They even have momo crawls of the Momo Championship, right?
Yeah, there's like over 30 places you can get momos, whether it's Jackson Heights, Elmhurst, Woodside, all in this area. Incredible.
Just so fun, just hanging out, eating at street food trucks from around the world, man. I can't think of anything that would personify a day in New York better than this. I'm not going to Times Square. Coming to eat here, the owners are so friendly. They're just so proud of their nation's food.
That's the difference when you come to a neighbor like Jackson Heights versus somewhere like in Times Square. You know, there's people who really care about the food, and the quality of food's very high. They're making it for locals. They're not gearing to tourists here.
If you love street food, then in this video here, we show you even more delicious spots where you're not gonna break the bank and still eat like a king. Head here next.